Welcome back to the channel. I'm starting this video on the spot with a bit of sad news. This spot behind me here, it used to be a well-loved and well-established, I think 29 years established Chiringuito on Los Narejos Beach. I think it was here 29 years. I'll zip the camera around. And this used to be El Chiringuito. Fantastic little beach bar. And you can see it's all gone. Now seemingly there was some licence issue with the council and they'd never applied for the proper licence to be here. But the fact that they were here 29 years, you would have thought they would have had to have some kind of licence to open a bar restaurant for that amount of time. And the fact that it's gone unchallenged or unnoticed for all that time, there's a big question mark over the whole thing. But anyway, so that's the sad news done. Let's go on for happier news. We're down here on Los Narejos Beach, so Playa de Los Narejos. So I'm just going to have a wee wander along here and show you what's happening. So right next to where El Chiringuito used to be, you have Laguna Beach. That's became quite popular. Big shaded area to sit there if you want to get out of this searing heat of the sun. So I'm filming this video on Wednesday the 13th of August. And it's just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon and the temperature's shown at 34 degrees today, and it's hot and it's humid. But anyway, it's much better than being in the cold and in the wet, that's for sure. So yes, I'm just going to have a wander along here and see what's happening. Been reading up on some of the news, the Spanish news. And I read an interesting little article about Los Alcázares and tourism. Now, what the article said was that if you look at June and July, according to the figures released, more than 80% of all available rooms for holidaymakers were occupied. And that's up from just over 70% in the same period the previous year. You know, so that's a fantastic increase. And also, when they look at the numbers up to the middle of August, it's showing that upwards of 90% of all available holiday rooms, you know, hotel rooms, B&Bs and all that sort of stuff, are occupied, over 90%. And it's even more incredible when you take into account that the very popular and well established El Encarnacion, which you'll have seen in a few of my other videos, they've increased the number of rooms that they had available. And also we've got a new hotel just opened here in Los Narejos, which has 58 rooms. So despite the fact that the number of rooms has increased by quite a bit, room occupancy is up to over 90% of available rooms. Now that's got to be fantastic for the economy, and you can certainly see that here, living here during June and July, that the population just explodes. It's massive. I don't know what the numbers are, but if you know, let us know in the comments. So there's a bit of good news for you. This little town near, we live near Los Alcázares in Murcia province, down on the Mar Menor. And in the past I've had quite a lot of people say it looks like, looks like a shithole, looks like a dump. Why would you want to live there? And I've filmed some of the videos when it's been cold and grey and dark during the winter months. Because what I want to do is to make sure I show you what living in Spain is like, warts and all. It's not all whitewashed villages and sangria. There are times of the year where it gets really, really quiet. And people have said to me that place looks dead. So I'm just going to show you what it's like in August. So just coming along here, we now have A Estrabor. It's another big restaurant. These are all great spots for lunch, or if you just fancy getting a cold drink and a bit of respite from the sun. And just opposite A Estrabor, there's a little narrow strip of beach here. It's never that busy because it has like a, you won't be able to see it in the video, it has like a concrete edge that drops down into the water, so a lot of people don't actually come here. But it does get busier further down. So round to the next section here, it does open back up again into a wider bit of beach with good access. And you'll see dotted along the beach, there's always these shaded canopies that are exclusively for people with disabilities. So it's always great that they can get a seat somewhere. A few little boats dotted around. A couple of little jet skis out there. You might have seen my video where I was out on the jet ski the other day, having a go on that. That was tremendous fun. So I must get another go on that soon. I'll keep playing with the videos on that so that we get better and better footage. So, as always, sadly, quite a lot of the houses are all dubbed up, locked up, closed. For some reason they just don't get used, they're holiday homes. And then we have this one. What's the story with this one? Does anybody who watches the videos know what the story is with this building? It looks to have been maybe an older building that was getting refurbished, or maybe it was brand new, I don't know. But it looks as if it's going to be four different apartments. But this is the way it's looked since we came here. 2.5 years ago now we've been here, and it hasn't changed. So if you know anything about that, let us know in the comments. So for those of you thinking of coming to Los Alcázares on holiday and wondering if, you know, is the beach good enough to come and spend a holiday, I'll show you the beach. And what you've also got, just on Los Narejos Playa, or Playa de Los Narejos, they've got a little place here that you can hire these little two-person canoes. They've got some paddle boards to hire, and then you see out on the water there. Let me just see if I can zoom in a wee bit. You've got the big inflatables out on the water for people to go and just mess about on, in and out of the water. And I think, you know, I've seen adults out there as well as kids, so it seems to do all ages. If you're looking for somewhere to bring your kids for the day, I can't imagine it'll be that expensive. Probably a few euros for them to go and jump mad in the sea, give you a bit of peace. So as I say, we are now, you know, probably around 2:15 or something like that in the afternoon. And the thing is that the beach will start to empty now. So there's the place there that you can do the inflatables. I can't see the price. I can't see how much it costs. I'm sure there'll be a sign somewhere. Yeah, you can see that mainly kids get a life jacket, off they go, and just go and have a laugh out on the inflatables. So yeah, as I was saying, the beach is starting to empty now because all the Spanish seem to come down early and start clearing off about 1 o'clock. And then after 2 o'clock, you usually get a fairly mass exodus of people all leaving. And obviously they're very, very sensible because they're trying to avoid the hottest of the sun. Whereas us Brits, we seem to love coming out and sitting in the full blast of the sunshine. So if you're going to do that, get your factor 50 on. Get yourself protected. So we're just going to carry on down here. And you'll see there's another little one of our favourite spots to come. We just use the beach there, and then we come and sit in this little Chiringuito, the Blue Beach. Another great little spot, but bear in mind with this one, they don't accept cards. If you're going to come to the Blue Beach for a bit of refreshments or a bite to eat, you need to pay cash. So you can see they've got some seating there in the shade, they've got some seating under the canopy, and then they've got another few seats just here at this wee bit. So you go, plenty of people still on the beach. All doing beachy stuff. Loads of people in the water. People out on paddle boards. And just enjoying their day at the beach. And just enjoying their life. And it's great to see it. And you'll also see dotted around lifeguards. It's various lifeguards and little lifeguard stations. Keeping an eye on everything, making sure everybody's fine. And then just another 100 yards down, you've got another little Chiringuito. Now I don't know the name of this one. I've never seen a name on it. Does anybody know what the name of this Chiringuito is? Because all it says is Chiringuito. Or Chiringuito. Oh, let's give somebody a wee bit of advertising. Here's a front line. Looks like maybe a lower apartment. I don't think it's the whole house, but front line holiday apartment, only for holiday rentals. That's the telephone number if you fancy it. If any of you fancy getting yourself a front line beach place to come on holiday. So you can see here, there's the house, and there's the beach and the Chiringuito. So a great spot if you fancy it. So I just wanted to give you a quick flavour of what it's like here in middle of August. I don't think it looks like a shithole, do you? I don't think it looks like a dump. And it's certainly busier than it has been in some of the previous videos, maybe in December, January, like I've seen some of those. But let me know what you think in the comments. Is this somewhere that you'd like to come on holiday? Is it somewhere you'd like to come and maybe spend a couple of days just chilling? Now, I think I've said this before, but this is 10 minutes. 10 minutes in the car for us from where we live, and we can cycle it in sort of 15-20 minutes. So, fantastic little place to come and spend a day, just dipping in and out of the Mar Menor. So, hope you enjoyed that one. Let me know what you thought. Take a minute to click like and subscribe, and we'll see you all on the next video. Hasta luego.